Alright guys, I hope you're checking out this video after you have attempted the lesson 18 practice book pages 195 to 196. So this is to answer or go over numbers 7 and 8. I'm always going to be doing the last two problems of any assignment that you are doing within your distance learning work. So let's look at number 7 together. It says, is D times the sum of 10 plus 20 equivalent to D times 10 plus 20 times 10, or 20 times, sorry, to D times 10 plus 20 times 10. Oh my gosh. Ms. Rodriguez has not had enough coffee this morning. So, again, D times 10 plus 20 times D. There we go. Use a property or properties to explain. So they want us to use property. This is A. What property do you see this and this? You should recognize this as being the distributive property. I'm going to be working up here. There's not enough, like a lot of space down on that paper. So we have 10. Oh, that 10 looking clean. That 20 though. Not so much. I really hope you guys are taking the time that we have off to learn a new skill or do something that you didn't really have the chance to do while you were being at school. I know it can be lonely and I know that it can be hard, but look at this as a positive that you have time to do something you've never had the time to do before, right? Okay, so right here we have D on the outside. We know that when we use the distributive property, it means we are giving whatever value on the outside to both of the values on the inside, and they're being multiplied. So this essentially means that we have D times, I like using the dot times, it's just easier to see for me. And this operation doesn't change. So this is still adding. And this 20 is also being multiplied by the value on the outside of D. They use the dot to show multiplication because when you have a variable like x, it looks awkward if you do x times something else, right? So you don't want to do that. So they use the dot instead. Okay, so this is 10 times D and this is 20 times D. So is this equivalent to this? Are they the same thing? Oh, well, we just kind of showed that they are, right? So you would have to explain, if you use the distributive property, you can see that this is the equivalent to this. Down here, for number 8, use the distributive property to write an expression that is equivalent to 45 plus 30x. So, again, we're using the distributive property. We have to take out their common factor, their greatest common factor. So what do 45 and 30x have in common? What's the biggest number? Some of you guys are probably going to start off with 5, right? Because both 45 and 30 can be divided by 5. That is a factor of both of them, but it is not their biggest factor. Remember, we want the biggest value that can be taken out of both, that can be divided by both. Or divided by. Okay. So, I know that 45 divided by 15, I can do that. And I can also do 30 divided by 15. So 15 is their greatest common factor, so 15 is what I'm putting on the outside of my parentheses. Now, some of you might not know what 45 divided by 15 is, but I'm going to tell you it's 3. There's no variable attached to the 45, so it's just 3. And then I keep my addition. You should know what 30 divided by 15 is. That's just 2. But it's not by itself. I still have the x there, so this is still x. This is 2x. I want that x to be close to my 2 to show that they're together. They're one term. Okay. So this is equal to this. And here's how you know that. Let's go back. Let's reverse engineer this a bit. So remember, don't mock my arrow here. Okay, remember that this shows that 15 is being multiplied by both of these values. So 15 times 3 I know. Well, Ms. Rodriguez, if you already took it out, you already know it's 45, but I'm going to show you that it is 45 right here. So 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1 over there. This is 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so that one's right. And then we have 15 times 2x. I should have probably put the 2x on the bottom. Let's go ahead and do that because that's confusing otherwise. I'm kind of impressed with my 5s. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, 3. And that's 30x. And these are being added. So 45 plus 30x. Is that what we had here? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Go out and conquer.